Okay. So something I guess I should have said last night that I didn't realize was that I'm not paying for the extension. We're not doing the second one. We've got 40 minutes. First 5 minutes are for everybody to join, then we're going to try to fit this stuff in 35 minutes. I don't want to run these things too long because it can be information overload. I could probably sit here for 3 or 4 hours talking about it. And I don't want to do that to anybody because nobody's going to watch the videos and we're going to all lose, uh, lose our attention. So, and plus some of us, I know some of us, it's 9 o'clock and we need to go to bed soon. So we're going to do this one tonight and then I probably won't do another one till next Monday. And then maybe every Monday after that. I mean, there's so many topics we could just keep on digging and digging and digging into. But after Mondays, talking about the basics, and then tonight we'll go into a little bit more about getting funds into the wallet. So the chains that you want to use, getting into the exchanges, and then how to read transactions after you make trades to make sure that everything went according to plan. So, Serena, there may not be a whole lot in this one for you. And then I don't know, we'll discuss at the end which subject we want to go into next, whether it be NFTs or more detail into sorting out all the scams and meme coins and stuff like that are out there to make sure you don't get caught in any of those.
That's all right. I need to learn just as much as anybody. I need a big refresher.
Did you get a chance to watch the last one?
Yes, I did.
Did you learn anything in that one?
I learned about a couple of yeah, I did. Yeah, resources that I wasn't aware of. So yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Get in here and share screen. Share screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, no. PowerPoint?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yep. I can see it.
All right.
Can you hear me?
So, what's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Is Richard in the room?
Yes, Richard's in the room.
Okay.
All right, so we're continuing from the last one. Last one was going over the basics, getting your MetaMask, getting everything set up, and just like Serena said earlier, some resources. And now we're going to try to get into more detail-oriented things like bridging, because I know that a lot of people that are just on the Ethereum blockchain, if you've already have some things like Ethereum on in your wallet and you like to branch out into these other chains, you kind of need to know how to do that. There's different ways to go about it. One of them would be to straight bridge it through Binance. Now, everybody but Love that's on the call is in the US, and Binance is not so friendly with US people anymore. So you need a VPN to throw your IP address somewhere else. That's probably not supposed to be saying all that, but I mean, that's the reality of it because we've been using Binance. You can also just buy the stuff straight up on Binance.us if your state is friendly. Texas is actually not one of the friendly states to Binance.us. So there's workarounds that we've had to deal with. One of them being the VPN, or also Tim actually showed me the simpleswap.io. You can use it to go buy a BNB on the BEP20 network, but you have to use Ethereum. It won't let you use USD. So we'll open this up real quick just to kind of, because I mean, I just found out about this today. Well, Tim's been showing it to me, but I didn't ever dig into it until today because he said that it's multi-chain. So
you can actually go from different currencies. Sorry.
Yeah. So no, it's fine. I went to USD and I tried to buy BNB on BEP20 and it wouldn't let me. So it's only specific things that will let you swap. I guess there's not all the pairs are available. Only certain pairs are available. And that's why I noticed that I could do it with Ethereum. I could take Ethereum over to BNB on the BEP20 network, but I couldn't do So I still have to have Ethereum, which is kind of what I
Yeah,
talked about
I've
years
never
ago.
done a.
What's that?
Sorry, I've never done a fiat currency. I've only done crypto to crypto.
Yeah, when I went to USD, I can only buy Ethereum, Bitcoin, the majors. So this is one way. And then whenever I chose Ethereum, and I came over here and changed this to BNB, it gave me both options. And I remember the top one, the straight up BNB, is going to be BNB on the Ethereum network. So if you buy this one, you're going to be staying on the Ethereum network until you bridge it over. If you wanted to go to your BEP20, your BSC network, you need to get this BEP20, and you click on that and then paste your wallet address here, and it would send it to that on that chain to that wallet. Now we'll get back into this because there's more things that here right here we have to go over. Okay, so this is I kind of laid this out. This is the same slide that we used yesterday to talk about the different wallets and how to think about them as far as like, you know, different department stores or however you need to categorize it in your mind to understand why there's different chains and how the different chains work. So this is going to be going from Ethereum to Matic, which I said personally last night, and I still stand by. I've never used this network. To me, I don't see too many uses on Matic personally. There are projects on it. There's places to make money on it. I'm just not that big on it. And then if you want to go to xDai, you'd use this bridge or OmniBridge. OmniBridge lets you go from Binance Smart Chain to xDai, and there's also an Ethereum that you can go from Ethereum using OmniChain. I'm sorry, the OmniBridge. So this link right here lets you go back and forth to xDai, and we may do a transaction if we have time on some of these networks so you can see the fees. We'll at least load them up. I may not even have to go through the fee, but go through the full transaction just to show you what the fees look like on each network. So this is the MetaMask wallet that we've already got installed, and we went through yesterday how to add all these different chains. Now, I want you to notice that, like I was saying, the address is the same. Okay, this is all the same. This is all the same address as far as account one. See how it says account one on all of them? You can open multiple accounts. Okay, like this is my wallet. You know, I got account one up here, 2, 3, 4. I have multiple accounts, and I got asked today by Sophie why I would want multiple accounts, and the reason I wanted multiple accounts was for privacy. If you're going to send somebody money that you may not want them to see all your history, you can make a new account. It's pretty simple. You go to I didn't put the slide on here. Then when you click on this little circle right here, oh no, I'm sorry, it is right here. Create account. I apologize. When you click on this circle, this is what pops up. You hit create account. You can make more accounts. And then if you wanted to send them anything on that account, they would only see that history. So you would want to fund those accounts from an outside source, like the very first time you funded, because then they'd see money coming in from finance or whatever, and then going out to them completely like a burner wallet, so that there is no history. There's nothing they can go back and look on. Every transaction you make is on the blockchain. I know I'm at I think on my Ethereum, I'm at like 760 transactions. I know Dad's well over 1,000 transactions. And if you send somebody a penny, they can track you back on the Etherscan and see everything you've ever done. They can see how much money you have. They can see what you're holding. They can see everything. That's the transparency of the blockchain. And it's got both good and bad things to it, because you kind of lose your privacy once somebody knows your number. But if they don't know your number, you're completely private. Nobody knows what you have until you give them that access to the information. That's why you'd want more accounts if you wanted to keep that kind of stuff private. Okay. Whenever you open more accounts, you can verify that the seed word should be the exact same on all of them. Just to make sure, you go to settings, security and privacy, and then it'll say show seed words. Okay. They're very, like I said yesterday, your seed words are everything. I wouldn't necessarily do it in public in like a bank or something where there's a bunch of cameras. Who knows what can happen? You really don't want all your information getting out there. Try to do it somewhere private. Those words are the keys to your castle. They can rob you blind if they get those words. Never, ever, I'm going to beat that in the ground. Never give your seed words to anybody, ever. Well, I kind of breezed through that. Okay, so I think that was all I wanted to cover on that. All right, so now it's we'll keep on going from here. Exchanges. All right, so you got your money in your account. You've bridged it over from Ethereum if you needed to. In chat. Even to you, I'm sorry. You want to elaborate? Is that Sofik? You can unmute yourself. So, okay. All right. So exchanges. These are just these are not all of the exchanges. These are just some of the exchanges. Ethereum especially has a lot of exchanges. The big one being Uniswap. That's going to be, that is the most popular one. They actually just released version 3 today, and that's supposed to completely change the way that they do liquidity. But that's complex. That's a whole nother topic. For now, just know that that is the big exchange. That's where you're going to find almost every single token that you're going to trade on the Ethereum blockchain. 1inch is another one that actually tries to split orders depending on which exchange has the cheapest prices. It's very handy if you're getting the majors where there's, like say Maker, that's available on all kinds of different platforms. That would be somewhere where you can use 1inch to try to get the lowest slippage if you're trying to buy a large amount. SushiSwap is another really popular one. And SushiSwap is actually cross-chain now. They've started to move over into the other chains also. You can find more of the exchanges at DeFi Prime, which is one of the resources that we talked about last night. It's got all kinds of stuff on it. Binance Smart Chain, the big one is PancakeSwap. It is almost the only one. I think there's like 2 or 3 other ones, but they're not very well known. PancakeSwap, because BSC is so new, that is the major one you're going to buy pretty much all the tokens on the Binance Smart Chain from. Matic has one pair swap, and like I said, I'm not too big on Matic personally, but that would be, this is the link, and you guys have got this PDF so you can use it. Then xDai. Somebody trying to say something? Oh, Sophie.
No.
Yeah, what were you trying to say in the chat?
Shoot. Next thing,
We'll go back to it because it's about the wallets. It's about the wallets. Well, I'm actually not going to be very much longer. And then we're going to start. I want you guys to ask me questions that you have because I know there are questions. So let me run through this real quick and then we'll come back. Okay, so xDai, like I said, I do like xDai, but there's not a whole lot of people on it. HoneySwap is the major one for there, and SushiSwap, like I said, SushiSwap is going cross-chain, and xDai is actually the one that they picked up first. So now you can buy things on Ethereum with SushiSwap, and you can buy things on xDai with SushiSwap, which is interesting. Because SushiSwap is a pretty big exchange, and the fact that they're branching over into xDai makes me think that xDai may get some more attention sometime soon. So if you click on this right here, it actually takes you to the xDai website, and it shows you a bunch of the different projects. It's not just the exchanges. It shows you all their NFTs. It shows you everything. So if you want to get, like I said, we'll start focusing on that kind of stuff later. But if you want to get ahead of that, great resource right there. Shows you all the major projects and pretty much anything that they're putting on their official website. You can almost bet that they're not going to be rug pulls or scams. They're going to be developing projects. The team is probably KYC'd, so you can have a little bit of faith there that you're safe. That being said, whenever you're going to go buy anything on any of these exchanges, make sure you get the right contract number. I know that SafeMoon is something that everybody's been looking for, everybody's been talking about. Now this is on BSC tools. This is the Binance Smart Chain Network. When you type in SafeMoon, all of these are different tokens named SafeMoon. Anybody can make a token. Anybody. I can make a token right now that says Ethereum. I can make a token right now that says BNB. I can make Sean token. You can make any tokens you want to. And put a little bit of liquidity to it, and people will most likely buy some of it just because everybody's trying to get that edge against, be ahead of the curve to buy something first because they want to be the first one at the bottom, and they will buy it. There are scam artists that make tokens that you cannot sell. They are buy only. Don't ask me why the exchanges even allow it. Uniswap tries to hold themselves to some kind of godly standard where they're completely against scams and they want to make sure that everything is honest, but they sure let some super dishonest people do some really, really scammy things on there like this. And they won't do anything about it. They will allow them to list a buy only token. So if you went and put one Ethereum in it, whoever made the token can go just pull your Ethereum right back out and say later. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it because they legitimately listed a token and you were just dumb enough to go buy it. Don't be that guy. Make sure you verify the contracts. So CoinGecko.com is where I go to get all of that stuff. Click on it, type in whatever coin you want to go get, and they will give you the contract number directly to it. So like, for instance, SafeMoon, since that's the one we were just talking about. There's only one. There's only one, and the contract is right here. Okay, you can click on this right here, and it'll add it straight to your MetaMask on desktop. Copy it. It also tells you which chain it's on, BSC. Some of them that are on multiple chains will have a little drop down right here, and it'll have the BSC and the Ethereum, or the BSC and the xDai. It'll tell you which contract is for which one, and everything on CoinGecko, you can pretty much take the bank it's the right one. Okay, because these are the companies that have to list it and go through the whole process. So that's very, very, very important. I just want to drive that home. Okay, now reading a transaction after you go make a trade. Okay, so these are the ones that I gave you in the last PowerPoint, last PDF that I sent out. This is when you were adding those tokens and when you're adding those different chains. I gave you all these. Okay, Ethereum is Etherscan. It's already built into your wallet, so you didn't know that, but now you do. Etherscan is where you would go to see your Ethereum transactions. Say you get on to Uniswap and you want to buy a token, you go through the process of buying it. They say transaction complete. You want to go look at the Etherscan. This is what an Etherscan looks like. And all the other chains are basically the exact same. So I'm just going to go over this, and then you'll be able to copy it to the rest of them. And we've got 8 minutes left, so let's see if we can squeeze some questions in. So this is not a transaction that I did. This is just a random one that I grabbed off Etherscan. This guy swapped 4,133 USDT, which is a stable coin, so $4,133 worth. He wanted to buy this PPAY. Okay, it would, if it was Ethereum, it would have pretty much gone straight swap Ethereum for the tokens that you're going to. Dad, mute your mic. And it would have been a straight shot. But because USDT doesn't have direct access to, or doesn't have the best liquidity to this, whatever this PPAY, I've never heard of this plasma, never heard of it before. It went from USDT to Ethereum, and then from Ethereum to this token that he bought. Yeah, so it's showing you the process of the transaction. But on his side, he went from this $4,133 to this, period. Okay, you scroll down and you can see all the transactions will say the Ethereum price at the time that you made the transaction. So if you bought some stuff way back when, you can actually go back and see what the price was at that time. The transaction fee is right here. Right now it's $18 to make a trade. Actually, it's more than that right now. It's about $30 today on Ethereum. So that's each way. This fee, and it's gotten as high as $350 before. Ethereum, when it gets congested, the fees go insanely high. Try to catch it when the gas is low. I'll show you where to find that in just a minute. Okay, knots. This is where you find out what transaction number you're on. This guy and me are about at the same number. I'm about the same, about 750 range also. So this guy has placed 746 trades, and this is what I was telling you about. This is his wallet. I can click on this, and I can see everything he's ever done. I can see that he's got $51,000 worth of tokens in this thing. He's only got $100 worth of Ethereum, so just enough to make one trade. I can see which tokens he's got. Like he's got the most of that one he just bought, that PPay. I can sort it by the ERC20s to go see which one, all of his transactions. And then I can even filter it down to, let's see when he bought his plasma. By clicking on that, it'll show me just the transaction he's made in plasma. So I can scroll all the way back. He's 16 pages of it. So this guy is trading it a lot. This may even be a bot, but that's what I mean by everything is on the blockchain. So if you were to send somebody some money and you didn't want them to be able to get access to all this, that's where getting more accounts comes in handy for your own privacy, your own security. You know, this is the reason why everything that's on the blockchain is viewable by everybody in the entire world that has access to the internet. Period. And like I said, the other chains are the exact same. Real quick, Ethereum is about $20 a transaction. BSC is about 60 cents a transaction. Matic is below a penny, like 0.001, and xDai is like 0.0004, something like that. Stupid cheap. Okay, so I've got the examples on there if you want to click them. And like this guy right here, transaction fee. xDai is a stable coin, same as $1. So it is 0.00018 cents. Here's the amount that it cost him for this transaction. It's extremely cheap and it's extremely fast. The transactions, the transaction times are usually in milliseconds. I'm guessing. Oh, right here. Oh, this was a longer one. Confirmed within 3 seconds. Took a whole 3 seconds. I've personally bought NFTs that were confirmed in 800 milliseconds. Lightning fast, super, super insanely cheap. You can give somebody $1 and they could trade for life. Okay, we've got 4 minutes left. Who's got questions? Anybody? Sophie, do you remember the questions you had?
I'm just over here looking at PPay.
Oh, PPay, are you? I mean, that guy's got
John.
$50,000 worth of it. It's got to be something good, huh?
She's doing the same thing I am.
Oh, you guys are both researching it.
Hello,
PPay.
good morning here from Nigeria.
What's that? Oh, you're from Nigeria?
Yeah,
Welcome.
well done, sir. Please, I want to know much about this CoinGecko. I have it. They have already used to send message to me on my email. I've already registered with them, and then I have my Binance. How to trade them is what I want to know much about it, sir.
How to go from your Binance coin to trading on Binance Smart Chain. So that's what we.
Yes.
Did you get a
And
chance
then-
to watch the last video?
Yeah, I watch it.
Okay. So there's different ways to fund, but Nigeria, you guys have a hard time. So I don't know if do you already have something on the Ethereum blockchain?
Yeah, pardon?
If you already have something, do you already have cryptocurrencies, or you have nothing at all right now?
We don't have cryptocurrency in Nigeria.
Yeah, I know. That's the tough thing about all the different countries over there is that they're so hard to get. It's so hard to get a hold of crypto. I cannot personally tell you exactly how you're supposed to get crypto. Luno, I think, was one option that people were using, but I don't know if you guys still have access to that in Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't.
You have access to Luno? Luno is cryptocurrencies. If you have access to Luno, you can buy Ethereum.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can buy anything on that's BEP20, like I showed you on here, this is Binance Smart Chain is BSC. The tokens are BEP20. ERC20 is the tokens on the Ethereum chain. So if you buy anything that's ERC20, it's going to stay on the Ethereum chain. You need to make sure that whatever you buy, if you want to trade on a Binance Smart Chain, you have to make sure that whatever you transact into is going to fall in that wallet. So
Good.
Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, BEP20s are BSC tokens. So if you want to, especially you guys in Nigeria, I'm sure you don't want to pay $20 per transaction. That's $20 one way and $20 out. That's $40. Before you even buy anything, you're already going to lose $40. So Binance Smart Chain is a cheaper option with a lot of tokens and a lot of projects on it. xDai would be the cheapest one, but it still costs you a little bit of money to get on the xDai. I will send you a free xDai dollar and you can trade, like I said, for life, but you have to, it's up to you to send something from Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain over to xDai.
God bless you.
So if you're just starting out on xDai, you actually have to transfer from Ethereum to xDai. You have to use DAI and trade it into xDai, but it's like a $30 fee to do that. So I wouldn't be worth it there either. You'd still want to, BSC is where you need to try to end up.
Thank you, my boss.
No problem, no problem. All right, we've got less than a minute. I think we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. And if anybody's got questions, maybe we continue in Telegram, but that's pretty much it for now. Now you guys can actually get on the exchanges and start making some trades. All right.
Did you just want to do more question and answers, or did you want to go over like
So I think
staking or no?
with that said, I went over bridging a little too fast. So does anybody have any questions on bridging? You've already got money in BSC, so I don't think you need it. But Miss Very, do you have any questions on bridging? Or Mr. Linguistic, we can go over bridging again. Like I said, I know that I scheduled that one from 8 to 8:30, but last time it let me get the extra 10 minutes in. So I was like, man, I was kind of surprised when it said I only had 10 minutes left. I was like, man, did I really talk for almost 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes already? So I'm sorry for cutting the last one short. I wanted to make all these 40 minutes. I want to be able to go 40 minutes. First 5 minutes, everybody joins, and then 35 minutes of information and Q&A if we can get to it. I would think that the next one either needs to be about staking and farming or about NFTs. Both of them have a ton of potential and ton of use and are well worth digging into.
Isn't staking and farming the same?
They're not quite the same. Well, one of them, okay, so I think I remember how exactly I worded it yesterday when I told somebody else. So yield farming is yours literally just looking for a return in APY on usually the same token that you're invested in. Staking, sometimes you don't have to get the same token that you're invested in. You can actually get returns in other ones. Like, so farming is a native token. So that would be like on PancakeSwap. If you were to stake BNB cake on there, you're going to get cake because that's PancakeSwap's native token. You can also Ethereum and BUSD, I think, which is their stablecoin, and get cake. So that's yield farming. Staking is where you're taking the native tokens and staking them alone, and you get returns usually in their same native token or in NFTs or points, like Unifty. And Unifty, you stake the native, you stake whatever the farm is. So like personally, I'm in FUD, which is it's like a collector card game. It's actually the CEO of, oh, I'm not CEO, one of the executives with Pokemon that made Pokemon Online. It's his project. And I stake my FUD tokens, which is the native token, and I get points. And with those points, I buy cards. So that's staking. Yield farming, you're looking for dollar returns, or you're looking for the return in that same asset. And we saw what YFV and value did. It plummeted. And then there's other ones like cake. If you were staking cake when it was 20 cents, now it's $38. You made a killing on the underlying asset plus the free ones you were getting the entire time. So it just depends on the utility of the token. YFE didn't have any utility at the time, and the price reflected. What was that other one you got into, like Shinobi or something weird? Or
me,
you got in like some kind of samurai sword one or something like that. Yeah. So
hello. Please, based on the CoinGecko, we are using it to check the price, or what are we using it for?
You can use it to check price. There's also actually a portfolio option, and you can actually keep up with what you've got. Because so personally, I've got tokens on xDai. I've got tokens on Binance Smart Chain, and I've got tokens on Ethereum. And I've also got tokens staked, like that FUD I just told you about. So those tokens are not actually in my wallet, so I can't see the price constantly on there. I'm invested in, I don't know, 35 or 40 different tokens. So it's not very easy to keep up with all of those different investments. So you use something like CoinGecko, the portfolio on there, you can add each one of them and it'll keep you up to date on percentages and everything else. So that's one reason, that's one way to use it. The other thing would be to look for new tokens. So if you go into the search bar, there's a trending and it'll show you the trending, whichever ones are most people are looking into. Sometimes they're looking at them because they're dropping, sometimes they're looking at them because they're flying, but it's just one way to find popular tokens. And then CoinGecko is there's also a lot of different information. You can also sort by, so let me share my screen and we'll actually go to CoinGecko. I'll show you something real quick. Let me get down here and share my screen. Man, I wish I'd have done this when everybody else was on there. I don't know where everybody else is at because they didn't want no part of this. Okay. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things. Look, tools, places for staking you were just asking about, Tim. I'm pretty sure that's what Earn is. You compare things to Bitcoin halving, the different exchanges, all the different exchanges, anything. So use particularly in Nigeria. So like say you want to buy Binance BNB. Okay, this is the one that you need to be on the BSC network. This is what you pay your gas in, is BNB. So you have to have BNB. So scroll down here and go to markets. It'll show you all the different markets for that token and all the different exchanges and the prices and everything. So you can go through each one of these exchanges over here and see if you can sign up for any of them with a VPS or anything and see if any of them will take your payments. But Binance, BCC, VTX, you can also put an order by 24-hour volume so that you know where you're going to get slipped the least, which would obviously be Binance because it's their token. And then you can just go through here, look, BitZ. I mean, some of these exchanges I've never even heard of. They also have a trust score over here. So whenever you get down to some of these like really, really shady ones you've never heard of, the colors will change. They'll start being yellow. I mean, look, we're way down here. They're not in order anymore by number, but I mean, you can see how many different places you can buy. Alter Dice, never heard of. Changely Pro. So I mean, this is all the different places that you can go check and see if you can get this token from them. Or we're at 200 and we're still not done. But a bunch of these are the same place, like Binance. It's just all the different pairs that they offer for BNB. So if you have any of these tokens, if you already had any of these tokens on the Ethereum network or something like that, you can send them to Binance, trade them on their site for BNB, and then withdraw your BNB on the BEP20 network. They offer you 3 different networks when you withdraw BNB: Ethereum, BEP, and then BEP20. You want BEP20 to send it back to your MetaMask wallet. Your MetaMask wallet is BEP20. I'm going to make sure I said that, because if you send BEP2, you're going to send your funds in outer space. And if you send it on Ethereum, it'll go to your wallet. Like I said in the previous video, don't worry, don't freak out about that. It'll still go to your wallet. It'll just be on the wrong chain. It'll go to the Ethereum chain. So you won't be able to use it on the BSC chain until you bridge it over or send it back to Binance and pay that fee, and then transfer it over and send it back to yourself on the BEP network. So let me show you where you can how you can filter out just to the BSC coins on here. Where's the filter? And this thing pops down. Sorry, my computer's slow because it's processing that video from the last one we did. All categories, Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. And then it'll reorganize it, and you will only see tokens that are available on the Binance Smart Chain. So, and there, like the graph is actually an Ethereum chain, so it's available on the Ethereum and BSC network. And how I said that whenever you click on it, and it'll show you the different contracts. Oh, what? Why is it showing it on Ethereum? That's strange. Maybe it's because the actual token, the graph, is usable on both chains. I just learned something there because usually everything that's on this filter, it's only on block. See this right
Yeah.
here is
Hello.
Ethereum. That's the
If I
Ethereum.
cannot make the mistake, are you with me?
What's that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
If I not make a mistake, the MetaMask show through this. What are these? The necessary of that MetaMask that show on the platform just of recent that you just closed now.
Oh, the little MetaMask thing, what it shows on there. So let's go over here to this one. This thing right here. Tell me if I click on this.
Yeah.
If I click on that, it just adds it. So this is probably something I should have covered also earlier. Actually, I could have covered it on this one if I thought about it. Whenever you buy a token, it won't show up in your MetaMask wallet. You have to manually add it. If it's one of these, if it's an unknown, if it's a very new or unknown token. So SafeMoon is a lot of people have it, a lot of people know it, but it's a nothing token. Like the big ones like BNB or like Maker and Compound and Litecoin. Oh no, Litecoin's not on this chain, but see this, what it does is it actually, hold on. Would you like to add these tokens? And I would say add token. And it doesn't actually like give me any or do anything. It just lists it. So now whenever I open up my wallet, man, it's just slow because that video. I have BNB and there goes SafeMoon. It added SafeMoon. So look, if I had all kinds of other tokens in here, if I had BUSD or any of the other tokens on the BSC network, it wouldn't list until I added them. So one way, the easy way is on CoinGecko to just click on that button. Okay, but on your phone, it doesn't have that button. What you have to do then is you have to copy this contract number, copy it, go back into MetaMask, go down to the bottom where it says add token. Oh boy, this is taking forever. Add token, custom token, paste that contract there. And it says token has already been added. But after you copy that, you come down to the next one and it'll automatically say SafeMoon and it'll fill all the stuff in for you. And then you hit next and it adds it to it for you. So that's how you get them into, that's how you show them in your wallet. So something else that I hardly ever use it anymore, but Trust Wallet is another wallet that you can use. And Trust Wallet's really good about showing you all the tokens that you have. It like automatically plugs them all in there for you. I like MetaMask better because I've got more options for like gas and stuff like that. And I like the way that it's more acceptable. There's actually a lot of places that only will take MetaMask or some other wallet, but it won't. Trust Wallet is not always available for all of them. So, oh man, it took off my filter. But so there's CoinGecko is a very, very, very useful platform to find all kinds of things. It also says the gas for Ethereum. So you know when to buy, when it's high, when it's low. You can just use that kind of as your gauge to know when to get in stuff. Right now, 54 GWEI is actually pretty cheap. Previous to these latest upgrades to the Ethereum blockchain, those numbers were up in the hundreds. And it was extremely pricey to do anything. So like PancakeSwap is another really, really popular because that's the local token for the PancakeSwap exchange that I showed you guys tonight. So how about we go make a trade on PancakeSwap? So again, I go to markets. And this is another surefire way to make sure that you've got the right contract number, would be just to go straight through here. So here's PancakeSwap. That's where I want to go check. I would click on this link right here, because if you click on this, it takes you to the exchange, tells you about the exchange. If you click on the actual pair, it'll go ahead and open it up for you and set you completely up, ready to trade. Okay, I understand. And bam, cake, BNB. It's already, my wallet's already connected here. I would type in how much I want to buy, since I only send enough BNB in here to do like one transaction. Okay, so for 0.01 BNB, I'll get 0.17 cake. Hit swap. Confirm swap. It's gonna ask me to approve it. Now, this is all normal. Okay, and I'm glad I'm going over this right now because it would freak some people out. Oh, it didn't ask to connect. First time you go to trade, it's going to ask you to approve. When you first connect to this website, it's going to ask you to approve the connection. Let me show you what that looks like, because first time you do it, it may scare you because it seems like you feel like it could be something scammy. Okay, so I'm going to connect my wallet. Look, see, Trust Wallet is on here, and then a bunch of these other wallets. Wallet Connect is one that you can use if you have like Coinbase Wallet. But since I'm on MetaMask and I have MetaMask in my browser and on my phone, I use MetaMask. I didn't do it. Darn it. I guess because I've already logged in. The first time you connect to a website, it's going to ask you specifically to approve connecting to it, and it tells you what the connection can do. And it will specifically spell out on there that it's just to see what you have. And the reason it needs to see what you have is so it knows whether or not you can trade it. Okay, because let's say I go to this wallet, the only thing I have in this entire wallet is BNB. So if I were to click on any one of these other tokens and try to go trade, it's going to say, no, buddy, you don't have any, because it can see my wallet. I gave them permission to see my wallet. That's all they can do is see my wallet. If they want to take anything out, they have to ask for it, or I have to be the one to start it. So again, I'm the one starting this. I'm saying I want to confirm the swap on here. It's sending the transaction to my wallet. My wallet will open up. It'll show you the gas. It'll show you the amount of BNB that I'm going to swap. So I'm going to swap 0.01. The gas is going to be 0.000813 BNB. So like I said, you have to have BNB to trade because you're on the BSC network. Just like I told you, I'd send you $1 xDai. If you get money over there, I'll send you the $1. I'm not just going to send you $1 just because you have to actually be going to pay the $20 fee to get something from Ethereum over there, or maybe the $1.20 from Binance Smart Chain. But first you have to get funds, move it over to there. And then you can't do anything without the native token. You can put $1 million on your xDai wallet. If you don't have a single xDai to pay the gas to swap it or to send it back out, it's stuck there. So you have to make sure that you have the native token. On Matic, you have to have Matic. On Matic, actually, they have a faucet. I don't know if they still have that. I shouldn't say that. On Matic, you have to have Matic to transact on the Matic network. To transact on the xDai network, you have to have xDai. To transact on the BSC network, you have to have BNB. To transact on the Ethereum network, you have to have Ethereum. That's to pay the fees for the transaction. Okay. Here I hit confirm. It's going to go through the rigmarole. Here I can open it up on the BSC scan to watch it while it's processing, or I can just wait, and then it'll show up a notification will pop up down here. So it says it's coming from me, my wallet, to this, and here you go, transaction confirmed, and there it updated the screen. Okay, success. I sent on PancakeSwap 0.01, $6.41 to buy wrap BNB, and I received $6.39. And then on here to say the BNB price, it doesn't, where's that? Odd. They don't show the BNB price on here. Maybe, I don't know if these numbers stay static or not. That's weird. I thought that it said the BNB price on here just like it does on the Ethereum. I guess I haven't paid attention to it. But anyways, there's a transaction. You just watch how easy it is to transact. I already had money in there. The hardest part is just getting the money in there. Once you get the money in there, you can do whatever you want. If you already have an account, if you could get an account at Binance, which I believe you can, you have to use your VPN to throw your IP address somewhere else. But you still have to fund it originally. Find some way to buy cryptocurrency to send to it. So any questions on that, what I just went over?
Quick question. Where is the Dogecoin contract?
So Dogecoin is actually its own. So Dogecoin is its own blockchain. Doge is actually a fork of Litecoin, which is why it blows my mind that it's worth anywhere near what it is. Good job for anybody who got in early on it. I never did touch Doge because it's literally a joke token. I don't know if they sell it on any of the other networks. I know that on BSC right now, there's a million scam tokens that are called Doge, B Doge, Safe Doge, Elon Doge. They're just naming everything Doge, and people are buying it and then they're dumping it. It's a pump. They're all pumping down schemes, but it doesn't say the contract number on here because you can't buy it on any of the other chains. It's its own network. So you go to Dogecoin.com and you can get their wallet on there. And if you buy it, you can buy it on all these exchanges because that's where all their liquidity was from the very beginning. Because this is one of the OG tokens. It's been out since forever. So
Yeah.
you go down to markets and then it shows you all the different exchanges you can buy it from also. But there's no contract number on it because you can't buy it on it. It's not Ethereum. It's Litecoin. Just like you won't be able to see the contract for Litecoin either because Litecoin is its own thing. Now there are bridged versions of it that like Binance Smart Chain has got liquidity for Litecoin on there. Ethereum also has, I think they have a wrapped Litecoin on there also. And they're supposed to be the same value as those tokens. There's not going to be as much liquidity. So if you buy a large amount, you will get slipped, but you can buy small amounts of it and hold it on there. So Value DeFi, I think Value DeFi actually has it. So this is somewhere else that I trade on the Binance Smart Chain network. Value is one of the tokens that I've had since forever that I took a very large loss on. But it's slowly coming back, and their products are growing all the time, and they're making new partnerships all the time. I'm not gonna tell anybody to invest in it because who knows what it's gonna do. But I just want to show you that they have a swap on here, and it actually I've found that sometimes I'd get less slippage on here than I would on Pancake Swap. So for instance, I actually bought some BNB. Oh, look, let me see. So if I connect my wallet, see if it asks for that approve that I was wanting to show you guys. It's the first time I'm connecting here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so it's gonna ask me which account I want to connect to. So I'm gonna click on that one. And next, this is where it asks me view the address of the permitted accounts. Okay, that's all they're gonna do is see what's in there. That's it. That's all they can do is see what's in there. And the purpose of that is to tell you whether or not you can trade whatever you're trying to trade or not, before they even get through the process of giving you the prices and everything. But on here, you can buy, they've got DOT. I actually look, they show my cake over here. This is where I was holding DOT on the BSC network for a while before I traded into other things, but there's a lot of different things on here. I think actually Litecoin is, let's see. Yep, there you go, Litecoin. Now this is wrapped Litecoin on the Binance Smart Chain network. It's not actual Litecoin that you could send out to a Litecoin address. This would be strictly on the Binance Smart Chain. So you'd want to keep this only in your MetaMask wallet. And if you wanted to get real Litecoin, I would recommend turning this back into something like BNB, sending it over to one of the centralized exchanges like Crypto.com or Coinbase, Binance, one of those exchanges, and then transferring it from there to Litecoin. And then you would have real Litecoin. This is wrapped BEP20 Litecoin. Got it. If you try to send this right here to a actual Litecoin account, you would lose every penny of what you sent. You have officially sent it off into outer space to a wallet that will never, ever, ever be able to get it. These wallets are chain wallets, but they're not every chain wallets.
So can I ask something? This is Viri. So the coins that we have on the wallet, on MetaMask wallet or any wallet, we cannot use them. We need to transfer them to the correct network.
They should. You can use them. You can do whatever you want to with them, but they're on. So right here, right now, my wallet is on the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so the coins that I have in here are on the Binance Smart Chain only. If I wanted to send this to a Litecoin wallet, which is a different chain, Litecoin specifically is not on this style wallet. Litecoin is a completely different blockchain. So like Bitcoin is on a completely different blockchain.
Mhm, okay.
So you need to make sure that whatever you're sending, whatever, if I was going to send this Binance Smart Chain to another wallet, I would make sure that it is a Binance Smart Chain wallet. If it's not, then I would want to convert it to the proper chain. That is common knowledge for me. I don't know how or where you could go find that information other than going to CoinGecko. Like he asked for the contract number, and you can see on there the contract number is not there for Dogecoin because Dogecoin is on its own blockchain. And I only know that because
Yeah,
I know
but
what Dogecoin is. It says if you go to the bottom, it's got an about section. Oh, it's on the main page. So overview. And if you read what Dogecoin is, it literally says on here that it is introduced as a joke currency. Dogecoin is a Litecoin fork. A fork is a copy, essentially a copy of that. So Litecoin is the original, and Litecoin has a limited supply. Dogecoin does not have a limited supply, and you can see that on CoinGecko also. Up here where it says
yeah,
circulate.
it has the infinity mark.
Yeah, the infinity mark. Dogecoin is constantly being made. It's inflationary. If you wanted to buy something that was inflationary, you could just hold your US dollars. Dogecoin is inflationary. They will never stop making it. That number will never stop growing. It will eventually, if nobody keeps on buying it, it will drop in value. If everybody keeps on buying it, then it will continue to go up. They're trying to push it to $1. To me, that's not even worth the return right now. If I were to buy it right now at 63 cents, it's going to go to $1. I'm going to make 40%. Or, I mean, literally, you're not going to make, I mean, a little bit more than that, but not a whole lot. To me, the risk reward isn't there. I can lose it all, or I might make less than 100%. I'm personally looking for things that are ready to fly, that haven't flown yet. So new tokens, new stuff. This is one that I just found today. It's called Rentable. Rentable just started. Market cap is already huge on it. It's trying to solve real world problems. Yeah, I bought a little bit of this, and it's down. I bought it at $4.12. So I've already lost money on this. But this to me is an investment. It just came out. It's not even 7 days old. The real world scenario situation they're trying to solve here is renters, landlords and renters being able to put their contracts on the blockchain. Remember, anything that's on the blockchain is there forever, and it's verified. So if you were to agree to a rental, or if you were to agree to a contract on this platform, if you agree to it and you sign on there saying that you agree to it, you cannot take that back. There is no denying that you signed it. The entire world can go verify that you signed it, and it would legally stand up in court as on this date at this time. I'd pull up the Ether scan. You can pull up the Ether scan and go look on this day at this time, or this is Ethereum Ether scan. On this day at this time, they signed it, whether they agreed to these terms, pay me my money, and it would stand up in a court of law. So this is where crypto is actually starting to reach out into the real world. There's also investments like Labs. Labs is one where they're trying to do like property investments, where you can all gather your funds together and go into a property, invest all your money in buying a property or building a property, and then splitting the profits out. So there's lots of uses for different cryptos. This one just came out. So if you guys, this is not financial advice. I have to make sure I say that. Not financial advice, but if you were to buy this right now, you're getting in at a better price than I got it at. It just came out brand new to the market, and they haven't even updated their market cap, but it's already got like $30 million is already invested in it. It went from 50 cents to these numbers in like 2 days. So you got another question, Ms. Beer?
No, another a lot, but I need to keep watching I'm going to watch the first recording and this one.
Okay, yeah, the first one
because
the first one went over the basics. It went over different resources to find things, how to spot scams, because there are like all those Doge coins I was just telling Tim about. There's all kinds of made up fairy tale tokens that have no use whatsoever. Dogecoin is a token that had zero use. It was literally a joke token. It was meant to be funny. Dog picture, and people started buying it, and now the millennials have gotten a hold of it and they're pumping it to the sky, and who knows where it's going to stop. There's a guy who owns, I think, 36 billion of them. So
Oh,
that guy, that one guy, whenever he wants to, he could completely crash the market if he wanted to, if he were going to do that.
yeah. Mhm.
So that's something else to look out for is just, you can go to Etherscan. If it's, so we're on the Ethereum blockchain. So you hit that Etherscan and it'll pull up the contract for that specific token. Okay, so here's the contract number that we just saw on CoinGecko. It's the same number right here. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. And then this is the total supply. So there's 3.5 million total supply. 818 people are holding it. You can look at every single transaction of it, or you can go to holders right here and you can see how many huge accounts are holding it. This guy right here, this one guy has 16% of the entire supply. So this one guy right here could wreck it. He may be the one that's selling off right now and dropping price. Who knows? He may have bought all those cheap. The other thing is you can click on that address. Again, this is where everything is transparent. And now I can see how much. Oh, it's not gonna. Okay, hold on. I got to go to his actual wallet. So I click on this transaction hash, go to his wallet, and I can see that he's only got $462 in Ethereum. This is just for this account. So this guy, for privacy reasons, he probably made a new account just for this token. So nobody can see all the other things he's holding. He's probably a millionaire because he's holding a ton of money. How many did he have? 500,000 at $4. That's $2 million. So he's holding $2 million worth of this token right now. So he doesn't want you to see the other millions of dollars of tokens he's got. So he's got it set up for just this one. But you can go through here and see where he bought it. I can see and go to all 42 of his transactions on this one token. And I can go to the very beginning when he bought. Oh, let me filter it by. Sorry, let me go back. If I hit on this ERC20 tokens, it'll show me specifically the token that he was trading. All the way down. And so he bought 3.5 million, it looks like, on pre-sale. So he's been in since the pre-sale. So some of these tokens will have a sale before they go live. They're just looking for funds. And it doesn't show on here how much money he sent. So we would have to go back to the other way to look at his transactions. And we can see his out, where he sent the money out. And it's contract creation. Oh, this may be actually the guy who owns the token. So this may be the owner's wallet. Because a contract creation, yeah, that would make more sense if he was actually the one that. Half an Ethereum is about how much it costs to create a contract. Yeah. So right here is when he created those tokens, and he's been holding them and sending them out. Interesting. But there's different websites. I don't remember any of them off the top of my head that actually show like a spider web where you can see where things have gone and where they ended up going out to. And there's a lot of stuff you can find out on Etherscan by just tracing it out, by tracking it out. You can do your own investigative work and find out where everything is at. But that holders token, that holders tab to me is pretty cool to see, who all could completely wreck whatever you're into. And they've got enough money and enough power to control the market. Oh, this is something I meant to cover on the last one too. Dang it. Gas. I talked about gas and seeing how much it is. This is a good resource to have on Etherscan. You go up here to more, gas tracker, and then you can see how much it costs to do a Uniswap trade. So this is the trade cost. Speed, you always want to do, if you're doing trade, do it on high. These numbers right here are the maximum amount that they can charge you for that transaction. That does not mean it's going to cost you $38. It may only cost you $33 or $35, but this number right here is the absolute max. If you do low, you may not end up getting your trade executed. You may end up falling off the transactions because you're not. Don't want to say cheap because you're trying to be prudent, but
And you're not going to get that fee back.
Yes, yeah, if you fail a transaction, you pay the fee and you do not get it back. You pay.
Oh,
You
okay.
fail a
Yeah,
transaction.
that's what,
Not worth
that's important because a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, they try to save you think you're saving $14 and then you end up failing it and it'll still take $16 and then you have to do it again. So now you can pay for now you could pay for low again and you'd still cost you more than you would have if you just did high the first time. So when you're doing trades, go high. If you're collecting something, we'll get into that when we're doing farming and stuff like that. Something that's not a rush, you don't care when you get it, just as long as you get it, you can do low because it usually won't fall off. It'll stay on there. Because whenever you place a trade, there's actually something else that you're agreeing to. So when you place a trade, so say I wanted to buy another 0.01, okay? This price impact right here is something that's part of the contract that we have signed and we're agreeing to, okay? These are called smart contracts. Smart contracts are things that are going to happen no matter what. There's nothing anybody can do to stop it. As soon as you hit go and you approve the transaction, there is no going, wait. No, it's going to happen and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So that's why there's a lot of checks and balances before you get to that point. But if I was going to buy something that there wasn't very much of, one of these new scam tokens where there's not very much liquidity, and it says it's going to slip me 10%, the price impact is going to be 10%. I don't want to lose 10% right off the bat. So you don't have to do that. But if I were to buy this right now, it says it's going to be less than 0.01%. If I do this and I go slow, which on BSC it's 1 speed, and their network is so fast, it's not as congested. Don't worry about that. Like on Ethereum, if it says it's going to only slip me 0.01%, and I hit go, and it takes so long that prices move 10, 15, 20% away. When it finally gets to the transaction, they're going to go, okay, let's do it. You give me the money. I give you whatever you're asking for. Let's check the contract. The contract says, oh, you only want me to let you slip 0.01%, and it's already gone 15%. This contract is now null and void because you agreed to this slippage. I cannot provide the slippage, so the transaction fails because it won't happen. You won't have that issue with things like collecting an NFT, buying an NFT, because it's not going anywhere. It's going to be there forever until you buy it. So if it doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4 days from now, whenever it finally gets to your transaction, they're going to go, okay, let's read the contract. The contract says you just want this thing to show up in your wallet. Well, we can make that happen. Here you go. It's coming to you. Stuff like that. If you're not worried about price impacts, you've got all the time in the world. You can save a couple $. Most of the time, it's literally we're talking about a couple $, and it's up to you whether or not you think that savings is worth waiting possibly an hour, 2 hours, a day, 2 days, a week. And once you have that transaction started, it's like a person standing in line waiting, and then every transaction you do after that, there will be that person will go behind the front of the line. So if you do decide to do slow on something you're claiming and it takes 2 hours and then you go, oh, I want to buy this, I want to do this trade, and you try to hurry up and jump into it, it's not going to trigger that trade until that collection that you did first goes through. So keep that in mind also. If you're planning on doing something in slow and it could take hours or who knows how long, you can't do anything else until that one's gone. So that's something else. That's vital.
Yeah. Is it from zero a question from 0 point? Is it mean 1% of your capital you are exposed to the market, or what do you mean by that?
This right here, this price impact. Yeah, that is so there's a dollar value, or there's an amount tied to this. Okay, so this minimum received right here is saying that with this price impact, the minimum that you'll receive is this. If it's anything less than that amount right there, no deal. So that number right there is the 0.01% of what I'm asking for. So what it's showing me here, this is the number that I'm agreeing to. When I hit swap and it writes the contract, okay, when you hit this and it asks you again, verify everything, okay, price impact. Here you go. This is the minimum received, is this number right here. I hit confirm swap. Right now it's writing a contract. It's waiting for confirmation. It's writing a contract. Okay, the contract is now being sent to my wallet and it's saying, okay, mister, this is what we want to do. 0.1, this is what's going to cost you. This is the gas. Sign this contract. When I hit confirm, I'm putting my name on the dotted line and I'm agreeing to getting the minimum amount that they said. Whenever it finally gets to, I just rejected it. Whenever it finally, oh, I'm sorry, it's actually still up here. Whenever it finally gets to my deal and it says, oh, it's not the same amount that we agreed to, then the contract is null and void. Just like if you were to go buy a house, if you were